Sup?
Well, okay.
Oh, that was the most anemic start I've ever seen.
Okay,
Like,
so-
we're live. All right. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if it works like you say it works, it should be playing right now.
I'm not listening, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's button presses. I'm not doing that.
Hold on. Let me get the thing. It just went live.
Something like that. I think that's the way the music was.
Mm-hmm.
Can Gemini have some of whatever you're on?
Yeah.
It's
It's the extra, unicorn dust. So it is.
Okay, let me check OBS because there is no play.
Wait, we're not gonna check it. We're not gonna fix it now.
No, but I'm
Fix it
I'm
tomorrow.
going to have a look because I just want to see what the actual setting is.
Welcome everybody. It's
Yeah.
Great
So
adventure.
this is this is IT Admin Simulator 2017.
I was like, yeah.
Okay, everybody that's listening, I'm really sorry for the echoing because someone decided to play back with speakers. Wait, why? What? Oh, sorry, that was me. Okay, so apparently I paused the what's
Looking
it
for
called
new
the live
players.
stream earlier, and it didn't pause
There we
itself
go.
because it refreshed itself when we went live. So apparently it doesn't work to pre-pause it because the sound will still be there. So everybody that's watching, I'm real sorry. My internet is being a dick.
Sorry. We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Sorry.
And we're sorry for not streaming last week.
I thought
the
that was the
week
BP
before
oil
that.
episode.
But someone had to study.
Oh yeah. Fuck
Man.
me for going back to uni.
Taking life seriously. Jeez.
No.
Jeez.
No, he does not.
That's why they invented role-playing games, so you can escape your life, man.
It's true.
Jeez.
Oh
That's
my
accurate.
God.
And I am. I'm now escaping life again. And you know what? Actually, I feel like I'm back in school because I'm playing games. Going, I have so much shit I need to do. Let's play games.
Wait, that changes
Yup.
when you get an adult?
For
No.
me, it did. I didn't do anything in work.
Because my life is a little shit I should do and I still play games.
There
Mm-hmm.
you go.
Yep.
Woohoo! Responsibility.
Who wants that?
What's that mean?
I've got a dog. That's as much as I need. It's plenty.
The only people who want responsibility are people who don't have it yet.
Yeah.
Or someone that has responsibility but can blame the mistakes on somebody else.
True. That's not responsibility
Wow.
though. That's
Wow.
dickbaggery.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So.
yes, hi.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I think you can skip like the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the stream, but now
It's really telling them that now. Sort of
Oh,
already.
yeah, but I'm expecting him to edit this.
See, time is linear. We go from point A to point B.
Not in my world. So, anyways, welcome back, everybody. Sorry that we
Thank you,
haven't
thank
been on for I think 2 weeks. Yeah, something 2 weeks, I think. But we're back now, open again to continue onwards. Keep on fighting. Yeah, is there anything anybody wants to say before we jump in, do a little recap of where we left off?
Mm,
Nothing. All right.
I got a dice bag.
Ooh, very nice.
Almost done.
Did you make it yourself?
Yes, I'm making it while streaming.
Are you taking orders?
I could.
There you go. Leave a comment.
Leave a comment.
On Twitch.
What?
Oh no, this is going out. This is going out on YouTube as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Eventually,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
think any of us have ever checked to see if
Nope.
we have ever had a comment.
Wasn't that your job?
I would get a
I
pop-up.
don't even think I don't even think I have the login for the YouTube.
I think I get like pop-ins or something if somebody comments. So I don't think anybody ever comments.
Oh.
No, I only get notifications for my YouTube channel, Maker Vlog. I
Oh,
do
crap.
science stuff.
Hmm.
Oh my god,
Mm,
you're shamelessly plugging yourself.
No.
Speaking of science stuff,
It was
alchemy, like
topical.
Full Metal Abridged.
Jesus, there we go.
All the plugging.
So what was this we were saying about not saying anything before we
Yeah.
started?
Talking
Oh my
about
God.
that, actually, this Sunday,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna plug our own channel. There is a fair chance if I can get because I will not have our technical nim and brains to do it for me. I will try to stream the start, or actually like the prelude is like the prelude of an adventure in Pathfinder that I'm gonna run for a couple of my friends. And the thing is, however, it is most likely only going to be audio. So some people will be thinking like, dang it, I won't be able to see it or hear his handsome face. But yeah, well, you will be able to hear my voice and 2 other players, and it's going to be a dwarven campaign. So all the players are going to be dwarves, and I hope it's going to be fun. I'm not guaranteeing anything because I might get frustrated by the technology and just think like, skip it.
Sorry, was that on Sunday? I don't think I'm doing anything on Sunday, so if you need tech support, give me a shout.
There you go. Okay. Now the odds just went up. It's actually going to be streaming. So that's it. We're going to start at 6 o'clock my time. So, and I live in the
GMT plus 1.
Netherlands. GMT. Okay, there you go.
Plus
6
1.
o'clock GMT plus GMT plus 1. Jeez, time zones.
Otherwise,
Okay,
you're
I'll do
over in like almost Ireland.
Oh, that's weird. Don't want to be there. So, okay. So GMT plus 1, 6 o'clock in the evening, we're going to start. And we usually go to about 10:30 or so. FYI. Other than that, let's do a little recap. Can anybody tell me where we left off? What happened? If anything particular important happened? Your character last time?
Last time, what happened last time? We learned what the word glumping means. Because there was glumping.
Was there a glump?
Wait, did we?
A glump?
About glumps.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is
You
there
already forgot what glump means?
Little anime girl tackles you affectionately.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Into a hug. That might or
I
might not
see.
topple you over if you're not like sturdy enough.
See, I didn't know that because I'm not a weeb. Oh, political.
I am. What?
Yeah.
What?
Round 1 fight.
Yeah, I take that back. He's bigger than me.
Everybody's bigger than you.
This is
come
true.
on. Glump has been around for like at least 5-6 years already, if not more, maybe
Oh,
a decade.
Since like early 2000s.
Yeah.
That's
Come
like
on,
2
man.
decades. You should know it by now.
I've watched like
Senior
5 animes, and none of them, I think, had a cute girl that hugged anyone.
I watched several animes and none of them used the word glump.
So why is it
That's true,
reference
yeah.
to web animes?
I don't know.
Why was it when an anime girl?
Because weebs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's the sound effect in the manga when the girl
but-
runs
but
up and
because-
says glump.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I want to get that on a t-shirt. Just for anything, just because weebs.
Because weebs.
Because weebs.
Mhm.
All right,
Wait.
moving on. So,
Now available on our merch store.
the reason why we learned this word was because apparently Ellie has some kind of half brother, adopted brother that turned out of nowhere.
What?
Yep.
You're kidding me.
And what a coincidence.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Just seconds after Vince died.
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
And he came with news that her auntie was dying. No.
The emotion.
Yeah. So Ellie convinced everybody to leg it to go see her. And on the way, Cal noticed that some farmers thought they were monsters and went and spooked them and tried to sneak away after spooking them in a very non-spooky way.
Yep.
Crab
And like got
walking.
really fucking passive aggressive with them. Hey, it was like, yeah, fucking, yeah. Hope you weren't planning to attack us. It's like, no, weren't good, because you'd die.
Like they're saying we should attack you because you're dangerous.
And I just fucking stomped away sneakily while humming his own theme music loudly.
Mhm.
You should leave this area, they said as well. And
Yeah.
guess what? We were leaving the area.
Yep. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
That was very fun. What
Poor
else
planning on
happened?
my part, but I do not have my notebook. What was Ellie's aunt's name?
Lily Honey, I think. Without
bless you.
referencing.
She was named after her aunt.
Yeah. Ellie's
Okay,
named
we'll,
after her
we'll
aunt.
we will go with Ellie as well. Sure, why not?
Well,
She
sounds
would
like he's gonna have
probably-
a stroke.
no.
He's-
She goes by Honey.
Hanny, that was it. Thank you.
This
Sorry,
is
my
not the
notebook
right
is in the car. Sorry, forgot about that.
Because you bring your D&D notebook with you when.
Oh no, it's just a notebook. It's not a D&D notebook. It's not a university notebook. It's just the notebook, and it
You
has
have one
everything in it. It's squared paper, so it can be like opened from like either side. So things are upside down. The D&D stuff is if I open it from the left, and if I open it from the right, it's uni stuff. I'm saving paper, okay? I'm saving the environment.
Yeah,
Using one notebook.
There you go. All right. So, you guys were traveling and you were pushing onwards because, especially Ellie, but also you, Wheeler, I believe you both wanted to get there quick.
Mhm.
And I just recalled, Wheeler was about to tell Gemini his entire backstory.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
recall
that's
the
true,
same
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
Sick.
We were
So-
having great conversations, so we were.
Yeah.
Okay, so scene. Go ahead.
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah.
riveting.
Yeah, it was like one of those Dragon Ball Z moments, you know.
It's like I've been there. Oh my god. It's just like
I have no notes.
Where are you from?
Yeah,
Where did
I
you
don't know.
study in theater?
I don't know.
Oh wait, no, I do remember that because I had to chat to Rook here about that one because yes, his backstory had to cheat. Yeah, got it.
Mm.
So
Perfect excuse. Just hold your hands up and start charging a spirit bomb. Three episodes later, you can get it. It's fine.
that's it. So he puts his hands up, his hair goes like right up and starts going golden, and just starts screaming at nothing. And
Gemini joins.
just facing nothing above their heads, just facing each other,
Just
screaming at each other.
screaming.
Just like, is this a thieves' camp thing? I don't know.
And then at the end they just hug because
Yeah.
they're like, that was such a
Okay.
touching story, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh no! Do you know the thing where they like do the with the two?
Fusion dance.
Fusion, yeah.
Yes, that, but with a third mage hand above that as well. Going ding.
Yes. And also, Gemini would have to be crouching very low.
Yes. No,
All
no,
right.
no. Wheeler would stand on a few boxes. Duh, obviously.
So
Anyway,
you guys oh sorry, excuse me. You guys move onwards and upwards through the forest, through fields, and how many days travel did I say it was? I think it was like
3 or
2.5.
5.
3 or 5. Okay.
Something like that. I was gonna listen back, but I haven't had time yet, so sorry.
So after several days of traveling, see what I did there? A little DM trick for you. After several days of traveling.
sorry. What was the trick?
If
You
you go over your
guys-
head, it's fine.
come into English countryside where it's kind of like rolling hills and little streams and just very, very lovely, very idyllish.
Are there chubby, tattooed, bald guys who are walking around in shorts and like string vests, even though it's like the middle of winter?
I'm sorry, did I stutter? I said English countryside.
Yeah,
Of course
cool.
there is.
Cool. Doing the whole. All right.
Yeah.
They're all beetroot red. And
Yeah, yes, their faces are just pure red. They talk with the neck, you know. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't say these things because I'm not English. So.
No, it's fine. You're entirely correct.
Okay, there you go. So, Ellie, you walk there, and this resonates. This countryside resonates with you. It feels like you're kind of returning home, and you can see the sun, and it's a little nippy. Especially in the mornings, there's little crystals of dew and stuff. But during the day, the sun is nice out and it's quite pleasant. And you guys are just a couple of hours walk from the homestead of your aunt. And the closer you get, Ellie, the more memories start to pour back to you, and the more you think like, I remember the day when I came to that tree, and it was the farthest away I've been from the farm in your life at that time, and it was a good time, and there was like this crazy bird sitting in it, and it was just like squawking at you, and just all these memories of your childhood come back. For you, it's kind of similar, Wheeler, but it's not as like this floodgate of memories. Just don't know because you've been here.
Oh yeah, he was here
exactly.
last week.
Super recently, so it's not like, oh yeah, I remember walking there last week. Yeah. No.
More walking past going, oh yeah, peed against that tree.
Yeah. I can still kind of smell it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so you guys walk onwards, and you start to notice other farms here and there, and you start to recall, Ellie, that you kind of look around, and there was this farm that you were like, oh yeah, I used to be very scared of the person that lived there because he was like this massive guy with like this tomato red head, and he was just always having like this super loud voice, and you were like, it's always scared that he would hurt you and stuff. But turns out that he's actually kind of like a nice guy, and he once like helped you with something. I'll let you think about whatever it was that he did for you. It's just so you kind of walk up there as you sorry, somebody chatted something. So it's like, don't do that. It distracts me. So you're walking over there, and in the distance, up one of the hills, you see the farm of your aunt. And it's a small farm. It's more like a living farm than really a working farm.
Extensive herb garden.
Exactly, stuff like that. Yeah, she no longer has real fields which she works on or has people work on. It's just a very nice kind of just one ground floor kind of building, but it takes up quite a bit of space. And there are like these big stones that make up the walls, and there's a nice little roof on it with moss and grass growing on it. And as you start to get closer, Gemini, you're probably you and you guys both probably notice it. The tall people in the party kind of look at it and go like, oh yeah, this is going to be a challenge, because it is clearly a farm made for small people. And seeing as you two are horizontally challenged, you're going to have a problem.
I mean, gifted, horizontally gifted.
No, you're challenged. They're gifted.
No, that's not how that works. But go on.
So like all these...
From their perspective, it works that way. That's
so like,
but from my perspective, I'm not. And you're telling me how I feel.
So like shorter, like trees and stuff, right? So like branches closer to the ground, so you can actually pick it, but outstanding in the ladder.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
You're
if we're
walking around,
talking
like-
in terms of doors, what's the challenge rating on the door?
It's okay. You're not Varen.
I know. I'm a lot
Uh,
shorter, like for sure.
Little episode 1 throwback for you all there.
Mhm.
Probably 20.
Gandalf versus hobbits.
Hmm?
Gandalf versus hobbits.
Yeah,
Houses.
exactly.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's yeah, that's the vibe you guys are getting off of it. You're definitely going to have to crouch down or bend as you enter and walk around in the farm. And as you guys kind of walk closer to it, you see the front gate, which is like very for gnomes and halflings will probably come to their waist. So I'd let you guys convert that how big it is for you guys. But for halflings, it's waist high, kind of like this stone wall around it, and there's like this nice little fence, which you Wheeler actually fixed a couple of weeks ago because it was kind of cracky. There's this white fence just leading into the garden, and you guys see a massive rabbit sitting there in the yard in front, and it has like these floppy ears hanging down, and it just kind of looks at you guys. And Ellie and Wheeler, of course, as well. You both recognize this rabbit. It has been on this farm as long as your aunt has been.
What's
And
his name?
His name is Sweetums.
Sweetums?
Yeah.
So Ellie is basically just gonna charge ahead and glump Sweetums too. I basically go, Sweetums!
You rush towards him, and he just kind of slowly sits up and lets you hug him.
Yes.
And you're like, as he's kind of sitting on his back paws, his head kind of reaches to your chin. So it's like you can really grab hold of him, and he's like,
Yes.
oh, you just
Yes, burning what
hugging him.
face him in. In his fur, in like neck fur, like Sweetums.
As you're holding him, these memories of you using him as a pillow and as a riding rabbit and stuff like that just kind of start pouring back to you, because you feel his fur and it's as soft as you recall from your childhood days.
Right. So just so we can get the picture, this rabbit is like normal height to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's like you know there's there are different breeds of rabbits, and it's for you guys it's a massive rabbit. It's for a rabbit it's huge, but it's still a rabbit. I mean, it could probably it'll probably get to, if it like stretches out its paws, it could probably get to your waist. But yeah, it's a big rabbit. It's, you see one of those sometimes, so these pictures of people holding these massive rabbits, it's that kind of rabbit. So it's not like the tiny fluffy white rabbits. It's also grayish, not because it looks old, but that's because that's the color of its fur, and it just like has these big brown eyes and fluffy feet. So you guys kind of stand there. What do you do, Wheeler? This is your home. You have lived here most part of your life.
Yep. He will. Oh, actually, side note. I think genuinely before we stepped off, or before we ended last time, I think Gemini did ask Wheeler, like, where did he learn thieves and stuff like that. So just in the 5 days, he probably would have told them that, you know, he was trained by someone who the aunt had essentially hired in to train him in these things, because she seemed that he was good at them. So just as a that would have been probably talked about at some point in the 5 days.
Okay, wait, because this might be important. Do we want to play this out? Because we're not in an actual scene here in the farm. I can imagine that you guys want to talk about this.
Yeah, I don't know. Would Gemini have much to say on the matter?
Who taught you how to be a thief?
The person whose name is in my notebook.
Yeah. Insane. Would I recognize the name?
Would you recognize the name?
So, I don't know. It's down to you who she hired, but I would assume he was from someone from one of the larger cities.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Roll your history, I would say.
Nope.
Nope.
That was a natural 2, so I'm thinking it was like a 3. Oh no, that was a 5. Ooh, big 5.
Ooh,
No.
big 5, big 5, big
It
win.
It changes everything, so it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. You. This was your uncle. No. You don't know this person. No. The name, as he mentioned, is your like
One Face.
Wait, have I heard it again? And you're like Reynold. Is that no? You're like, wait, that sounds no.
Do you know what we're going with that, Reynold? Only because of IT Crowd.
There it is. Okay,
That down.
that's the scene. No, that's
Yep.
it.
No,
Quick
they-
scene. So.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, no, whenever he goes up, he'll give Sweetums a scritch on the nose as he goes past as well.
You see, like
Ellie's glumping.
One of his front teeth kind of like sticks out a bit, and he kind of smiles at you as you kind of scratch him as you walk by.
Yep.
As the door opens, and you see somebody coming out, which is only for you, Wheeler, somebody familiar, and it is Rosie. And Rosie is a halfling girl who lives one farm over, and she has been here to look after the aunt while you were gone collecting Ellie. And she's a young girl. You would say that she's about human age. She would be around 16 or so. And so she kind of opens the door and hurries out and says, "Oh, Wheeler, you're back. Hi." Oh, she looks at the tall people and looks at Ellie and says, "You must be Ellie."
Hi.
"Hi, I'm Rosie."
Oh, you mean Rosie? Now I just lower my hand like. Where'd you?
Yeah.
Oh, you grown up. Hi. Give her a hug.
Hi. She hugs you. "Oh, your aunt will be so happy to see you."
Oh yeah. How is she?
She kind of shrugs and I guess okay, considering the circumstances. But she's in pain and well, there's not a lot we can do anymore. But she's really anxious to see you. You should go in.
Yeah. I'm going.
You should watch your head. She kind of points at the two of you.
Don't worry about it. I know how giants feel.
And she again hugs you, Wheeler. You're like as she's hugging you, you go like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. And she's like, she then lets go and says, "I gotta go, bye," and she runs off. And this again adds to your gut feeling that you've been having for a couple of months that she's starting to like you.
Well, she's only human. Wait.
No, she's not.
Nope.
No. Well, she's only a halfling. Oh yeah, as she runs off, you'll be like, bye.
So what do you guys do? The front door is open.
Ellie
I'm
goes in.
assuming Ellie. Yeah.
Like the
Wheeler will sort of gesture to Cal and Gemini and be like, after you.
Gemini, would you rather sit outside or?
Oh yes.
Yeah. We'll wait here.
Yes.
Suit yourselves, and you'll hit him.
All right. What do the two of you outside do? You go sit down somewhere?
We'll probably sit near each other. Well, close enough to the house to, I don't know, just if we can hear anything, I suppose.
Yeah. And just throw my cards at a tree and watch them come back. Stare up at the rabbit.
The rabbit kind of just hops, sits for a moment, hops again, sits for a moment, hops again, and just in this manner gets closer to you guys. And are you sitting like cross-legged or?
Cal probably would do.
Yeah. So he just kind of looks at the two of you. You see him really kind of like unnervingly taking you guys in, like, Seeing as you're the quietest one, he kind of hops over to you, Cal, and just kind of plops his head on your knee or part of your leg, and just you see his ear kind of twitches.
Hey there, little fella. You hungry? And he pulls out a wee bit of like just wee treats that you usually would give to normal animals.
Normal
See-
animals.
Yeah, this
To
little woodland
rabbit.
creatures. Yeah.
Do you like some rabbit meat?
It's meat.
It's salted, don't worry. Yeah.
No, it's more like kibble, so it is. And he sees if the rabbit eats it and just sort of scratches its ears.
It scratches it and starts eating. And you just kind of flick your card, Gemini, and it hits the tree and just comes back to you.
I'm going to look at the rabbit, and in Sylvan, I'm going to say hello and see if it has any reaction.
It looks up to you.
Are you like Fluffles?
Shakes his head.
Good. I'll pat him on the head and keep going.
All right. Ellie, you
Yes.
Sorry.
uh
For those viewers at home, I've given the rabbit a Cockney English thug voice and keep saying general things like "you fucking starting summit" or what have you.
Yeah.
I can only apologize. I do it again.
Ellie, you run in, and I'll leave it to you on what it does emotionally with you.
Yeah.
But as you kind of step into the house, already had it's slowly building up. The closer you get to your aunt, the more you realize that it's almost like you're stepping back into your childhood, and everything kind of looks the same. There's actually a plate that you broke, that your aunt and you both glued back together, and then put it on like this little display thing, and it's still standing there. And it's just like, oh my god! It's like everything just
Yeah.
screams memories at you, and so I'll leave it to you on what this does emotionally.
So Ellie is basically just gonna come in and then like just stop and take everything in, and basically the first thing to think of is like, wait, everything looks so small, because she haven't been there for a while, and as one grows, things grow smaller, and also like it looks the same. It looks so exactly where it's supposed to be. Except that thing, that's new. probably something real legit.
Yeah.
And
Like
then
this walking
it's
cane
gonna
or
be
something.
like she's actually gonna start tearing up because it all feels so familiar. And then she remembers that Honey apparently is dying, and it makes her very sad. So she's gonna just call out like, "Honey,
There's no reply.
Jeff," and just go further in and look.
Yeah, Wheeler, you will know that you followed her in closely. You'll know that Honey has been confined to her bed for weeks, if not months now. So she's in the back in her bedroom.
Whenever Ellie calls out and doesn't get a reply, he'll be like, she's through there.
Ellie will go and check.
All right, you move through the house, and you could walk this path blindfolded. That's how everything was the same, still the same. All the cupboards and stuff are still in the same spot. As you come to a door, which is closed, and you know that this is a door to your aunt's bedroom.
She's gonna like give it a gentle like tapping first, and then open it and go, "Honey,
Come
you in
in.
here?"
Come in.
And she's gonna go in and then basically rush over to bed.
All right. You see your aunt lying there in a bed. It's a single person bed, but gnome size, but it's big for a single person bed, and it's super fluffy. There is like this massive blanket, and you can just kind of see just her face because she's sunk into a pillow, and the mattress is also kind of fluffy. You have the idea that she's kind of sunk into it, and it looks like a bed that you would love to crawl into and just sleep in for days, but all you kind of have eyes for is your aunt, who's the only thing now you kind of realize that really changed, where you remembered your aunt to be this vibrant, strong, gnomish woman who didn't take shit from nobody and was just this symbol of strength for you. You now see this face, wrinkled, eyes no longer sparkling with curiosity, but just clearly clinging on to life. And the eyes kind of move towards you. Ellie, it's. Thank the gods you're here.
I came as quick as we could.
Thank you.
Can I help you? Can I do something?
No, sweetie, it's okay.
Did you see your healer friend?
I did. You see this tiny little wrinkly hand just kind of come out from under the blanket.
I will take it.
She takes your
My
hand, and you see that this face, which is like, especially her cheeks and stuff, all the face is just covered in wrinkles, and you see that the wrinkles that you know and that you've loved all of a sudden become more prominent, namely the ones that form when she's smiling, and you see the wrinkles in her face, and the cheeks just curl up, and she just, you know that she's trying to firmly hold your hand.
I will help her.
But there's super little grip in it, and you just feel her like hand just kind of clinging onto you.
I'm putting my other hand over her fingers to like help her hold them in place.
And you feel that they're kind of like a bit cold and stuff, and she's just holding you, and she's like, "Oh, it's so wonderful to see you. How have you been?"
busy. It's been a lot, but it's okay. I'm okay.
Oh, you look so good. I'm so happy.
It's okay. I'm here now.
Yes.
I think you saved me. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, it wasn't me, sweetie.
Oh, it looked like you.
It, well, it was me, but not. Oh, oh, it's a
It's
long
okay.
story.
I'm here.
Wheeler, you did good. You did good, boy. Thank you for bringing her.
He just stands by the door, and he doesn't actually properly go in. He's just sort of stand by the door. He just like. Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad you're here. Why don't you tell me of your adventure?
Oh, where do you want me to start? From the start?
Oh no, just surprise me. Just
Oh,
hop around as much as you like you did when you were young.
Oh, we met a dryad.
Oh.
And she's gonna start retelling the encounter with the dryad, the good parts, not the bad parts.
Mm-hmm.
And speak
And
about.
then my friend died. Yeah.
And then speak about how Flaffles might not be a cat, but it's okay because she still loves him. And she's gonna tell her basically about everything funny that's been happening on her adventures. Nothing of the scary parts, nothing of the bad parts, and all the shenanigans that both Vince and Gemini's been up to. Gemini's stoicness and this lovely Lady Tashan.
You see her kind of looking at you and just drinking in your positive energy and
She's feeding off you.
And you well, now that Brains mentioned that, it's kind of, it feels weird to say, but you have the idea that as you're telling her these stories and stuff, maybe it's just your desire and your will kind of fooling your eyes. But you have the idea that your stories kind of relight a few lights in her eyes, and just as she just smiles and nods and listens to it, and she just drinks it all in and just is blown away by all the things that you've done and the things that you've experienced.
Yes.
And how long do you talk to her? How long do you tell her?
Oh, she would probably tell her for hours if no one stops her.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
a
seeing
lot
as
has
Wheeler
happened.
is gone now, I don't think anybody's going to stop you, unless.
Just went into the kitchen to get some tea.
Yeah,
and
you
probably
go,
a sandwich.
How long do you guys stay outside?
That's probably a better question.
Yeah, we're gonna probably be out there for a while. But I was waiting to you sort of finish your conversation to start striking up conversation with Gemini. So
There you go. Go ahead.
So, Gemini.
Yes.
I know we don't seem to get off on the same foot when it comes to conversations.
Oh.
But I have one question for you.
Yes.
You don't have to go into too much detail. I know you're a nefarious man. Like to keep secrets anyway. Where did you learn Sylvan?
Oh, I was taught Sylvan as a child.
Oh, by an elf or?
Oh, well, yes and no.
Right. Any particular elf? Not a wood elf or anything, was it?
Well, it's a bit complex, but let's just say sure.
Okay, right. I just wanted to know and to let you know that you've been speaking to animals quite recently, and I have noticed this twice already. Very strange speech. You sure you got the language right?
What do you mean? Do you speak Sylvan?
Oh, yeah. Like most elves speak Sylvan. The majority of us, anyway.
Okay, so what is wrong with my speech then?
You're talking to animals like they're magical creatures.
They are.
Well, some can be, yeah. Not usually cats or rabbits.
Well, they seem to understand me just fine. Have you tried speaking to animals, or do you just kill them?
No, I do speak to animals all the time, but in most cases it seems you have a bad opinion about me.
No, I have very little opinion about you. Don't know you well enough yet.
That's true, yeah. But you formulated a bad opinion about me killing things that I see on sight.
Oh, I never said that. I just said that you kill animals, which is true.
Well, I hunt animals, yeah.
Yes.
There's
murder.
a slight difference.
How is
not
there a
big.
difference?
I only hunt for stuff that I need. Like
Yes,
food.
and like a bandit who kills for money.
Not
hunt
for
for things that
money,
you need.
no.
Well, money is used to buy goods and services, including food. So
It's true.
it's just
but
a
I
step or two different.
don't hunt for money. No, that's sport.
You hunt for food.
For food, there's no waste in the stuff that I use.
Fantastic. Couldn't you just purchase that same food?
Not really, no. We're always taught to hunt and score for ourselves.
Yes, just like a thief.
Right. But thieves are greedy.
How?
They take more than they need.
Well, who's to say how much anybody needs?
Well, you only can live in a bare minimum of sorts.
You can live in a bare minimum, but some people aren't comfortable that way. They aren't happy that way.
Right. I'm starting to get a gist of your lifestyle anyway. But yes, we would elves try to respect the animals that we kill and try to keep a harmony in the forest, at least.
Well, that's good.
We
I don't judge you for killing these magical creatures.
Well, it's not really creatures. Creatures, yes, we hunt them for food and resources, but when it comes to humans, people seem to have a bad opinion about me and killing humans.
Do you use every part of the human?
No.
Knew
Humans,
that was coming.
humans are not animals.
Yes, they
And-
are.
Are you one of those scientists by any chance?
No, I've just read books.
Oh, right. Anyway, we don't hunt humans for resources or sport.
You'll never,
agree.
ever change.
But yeah, no, I very rarely have killed any humans willingly. Well, no, that's wrong. The word
What are you trying to say?
the words that I'm trying to put in is that I don't kill them wantingly. Only if they're trying to kill me in like self-defense.
Yes.
I haven't really actually like what is it they call them, like assassins or murderers who actually just go out of their way to kill people for no reason.
Well, assassins do it to get paid. Murderers can do it for a variety of reasons, including self-defense.
Right.
You're thinking of psychopaths.
I see.
I
Well,
love
yeah.
Gemini.
I'm not a bad person.
I don't think you are.
I don't think you're a bad person either.
I think he is.
I don't think you know me.
I don't know you that well, but I can tell from what I see that you're not the type of person who would just kill someone in the street because they stole your money?
Oh, I absolutely am that kind of person, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yes. It's my
I
money.
thought you would just try and steal it back.
Well, I mean, depends. Depends on the circumstance, the situation. I tend to find creative ways to not have to kill,
Right.
unless I don't feel like it.
I see. I see. You do have a tendency of trying not to get into combat anyway.
Yes. It's more about not drawing attention.
But you were...
Yes.
Yeah.
Doves.
That's not really camouflage. For someone who
It is
doesn't
in
want
some
to...
circles.
Well, probably. What
Yes.
sort of circles would that camouflage?
The kind that you came from, the Purple Caravan. Perfect camouflage. Nobody would pick me out of a lineup there.
Kind of makes sense, since not everybody in the Purple Caravan wears purple, but sure.
The caravan itself is purple, and most people there are eccentric in one way or another. There's a man with giant eyebrows. They're different colors. Did you notice that?
Oh, you did. Yeah.
So odd. Don't know how he got that way.
Wait, are you talking about Mawini?
Sure.
The wizardly sort of guy who sells magic trinkets?
That's the one.
Yeah, he didn't have his hair like that before.
See? Chameleon eyebrows. I wouldn't stand out at all.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. The man sells some weird trinkets, so he does. Oh well, I thought we'd just get that out of my chest so that you know that I'm not actually trying to kill you.
No, if you wanted to kill me, you could have at several points, and you have yet to, which leads me to believe you are not trying to kill me.
I
but
don't
instead
even know
bring
you
me to
that well.
someone.
So, I says, I don't even know you that well, and I'm not hunting you, but you seem to be someone following you, trying to kill you.
Oh, those are two very different questions.
Is someone
No one
trying to
is
kill you?
Yes.
Right. I kind of picked that out the first time we met.
Yes. There are also people who are trying to find me, but not following me, because that would indicate they knew where I was. So, no.
Right. Must have a bad history somewhere.
It depends on your perspective. I enjoy my history.
Right. Maybe just stole for the wrong person?
I mean, who's the right person to steal from?
No one?
No, I'm sorry. We were looking for everyone. Everyone.
Right. Sure. I'll trust your word on that one.
Yes. Don't kill this rabbit. They seem fond of it.
I won't be killing the rabbit.
Good, good. You should try talking to it, if you can speak Sylvan. They clearly understand.
Kind of, yeah, I can, like, but you don't expect a response from animals below a certain intelligence, you know.
Oh, that seems pretentious.
Sweetensif, by the way, meanwhile, crawled onto your lap and is kind of lying on its back, just offering his belly for you to rub.
All right, well, let's try this out. And he speaks in Sylvan. Sweetums, would you like to get off my lap?
Shakes his head.
You could possibly be right.
Oh, I'm always right. It's one of my defining characteristics.
Although we haven't really come in encounters with these sort of rabbits, they seem a lot larger than the ones I usually see.
So you're saying his brain is bigger, therefore he can understand you?
Could be.
Interesting. Fluffles understood me as well, though.
Fluffles is a cat.
Yes. Fluffles is
You said that so like, oh, he's a cat. My God.
It's all coming together.
We must warn the village.
I just realized Cal has no clue about the whole Fluffle thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing.
Right, but I've never had that. I've never really spoke with cats, I suppose, but I've never
you
had an
tried?
in-depth conversation with a cat
Yes.
before.
Oh, they're not interesting creatures.
No?
No,
Okay.
no.
They're taking awful long, aren't they?
Yes, yes.
This is going to take a while. Maybe we should, you know what? If we can hit this mark on the tree, he sort of sets the rabbit down, goes over to the tree, and sort of gets the knife out, sort of goes, here's X marks the spots.
You pick up the rabbit.
Uh-huh.
It starts worming.
If you, I just sort of slide it off my lap, so I do. So I go over to the tree.
It hops
and I
back
just,
on.
And well, I stand up, and as the there's no lap for it to sit on anyway. So, so go up the tree.
Its way out to the
lap. Just slowly sliding down your legs.
It looks at you, and well, as you're walking away, you don't really see it, but Gemini, you have the distinct idea that it's not amused.
It's not amused.
This rabbit does not appear amused.
Yeah. So I make a marker on the tree, and I come back, and I sit down, and lift the rabbit and put it back on my lap.
A will save.
A will save against the rabbit.
Wheeler pokes his head out of the door. He's like, by the way, Fluffles is a cat.
So wisdom, isn't it? Yeah.
Seems safe. Fluffles is definitely not a cat now.
That's say
a rabbit.
15, so it is.
15.
Can't trust a thief.
The rabbit, meanwhile, or Sweetums, hops over to you, Gemini, and kind of sits next to you.
Hello.
Kind of bumps his head against you, as in like, pat me.
I start petting myself.
It bumps again.
I'll sigh and give him a pat on the head.
It leans up against you.
Why? I just keep saying why.
Yeah. And you're starting to get fur on your coat.
I mean, that's fine.
Okay.
So
what do you do?
Does the rabbit get scales on it?
You
two complete skin.
You marked the tree cow.
Come back and sit next to Gemini and go, all right, looks like you have a friend there.
Yeah.
So I've marked a spot on the tree there. I'll use throwing daggers. You can use your wee cards, and we'll have a wee game.
Sounds good.
We're going to be waiting a while, so...
Okay.
All right. So you guys start throwing cards and daggers at the mark on the tree. Cal, you are at first astonished by Gemini's skill with the cards, because you don't know if you're in a funny angle or something. He's hitting it way better than you are.
What up?
All right. I'm pretty good with those.
As you go for the second or the third round, you start to go like, wait. You kind of look at your dagger. Is it unbalanced? Did something happen to them? Because you are usually better at throwing these things than you are at this point.
I feel a
Something
bit off.
wrong. Yes.
That's strange.
Wheeler told me an interesting story about you trying to come back to camp. You were rolling and you were trying to be stealthy, but it wasn't quite good. Are you feeling okay? This feels to be a pattern now.
Yeah, since you were talking about that, it seems a bit strange, yeah. I'm usually
Yes.
more nimble than usual.
Yes, first time I met you, you were quite stealthy, and in the fights, you were good with the bow and arrow, but now I'm stuck. What's happening?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Although I do feel a bit off.
Yes.
Probably nothing. I'll just we'll find out later, I suppose.
As you get up once again to kind of collect your daggers and pluck them out of the tree, one of the daggers is kind of stuck in there, and you kind of yank it out, and you cut your thumb as you do, and you're like, damn it.
Would you like me to teach you how to do this?
No need.
Are you certain? Because you see your dagger there has a handle. You shouldn't be cutting yourself. My card's sharp all the way around. I don't cut myself once. I can teach you.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I don't know about you, Cal, but in your mind, you are kind of worried about it because.
Oh no, he is worried about it. He's putting up a front, so he is.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
But Gemini just rubs salt into the wound. Fucking salt on, salt off.
It wasn't very effective, by the way, just to know.
Oh.
Man's had insults in his entire life, so. Right. Well, I suppose you win this round.
Was there ever any doubt?
Apparently not.
Would you like to try a different game? Tic-tac-toe, maybe?
Never heard of that one.
Oh, there's X's in this, circles. I'll teach you. Come on. You can teach me how to play tic-tac-toe.
Okay.
All right. So you guys play some games. Wheeler, what do you do? Ellie is just spewing forth in a very loving and caring manner stories about what she's been up to and stuff. And you're kind of standing there in the door opening.
No, he'll stay there and listen in.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming this is all new to him as well. So
Yeah.
Wheeler is basically learning everything that has happened to Vince, Gemini, and Cal, and...
Well, only the good stuff.
Yeah, you don't hear about the fights. You don't hear about the hag, for example.
you're sitting there going, on Vince.
You do get to hear about Varen getting attacked by a door.
Lol. He said just stand.
Always pecking on Varen. So he's
but he made it so easy.
And you get to hear about Gemini and Cal meeting, and you get to hear about her being called a tiny terror. And she tells about a couple of fights. It all has good outcomes, like the slime, for example, because that's super weird. Because suddenly she had no hair, like those kind of things.
All right.
No.
So a couple of hours pass, and it's starting to get dark out. And as your stories start to wind down, Wheeler, your halfling hospitality starts to kick in as you're like, wait, usually your aunt the aunt does this, but you've been taking care of it for months now. You haven't offered these people anything, not a drink, not food, nothing. And your stomach is like, feed me.
He'll then go into the kitchen and start making up as much food as he can, just fucking piles.
All right.
And sort of shout out the door. He's like, "Would you like a drink?"
Yeah.
and like not even like doesn't even really wait for an answer, but like gets 3 drinks ready and sort of gives one to Ellie and sort of puts the other things out the door and then carries on making food.
And Ellie will take a drink and then help her auntie. I want to say grandma the whole time, but auntie drink. It's like a great auntie. It's not just her auntie; it's like a great auntie. She's very old.
Yeah, not like the okay auntie. She's the great auntie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
greatest.
Okay, doesn't do it justice. Yet.
No.
So you guys are outside. You've finally gotten, after like 2-3 hours or so, you've finally been offered a drink, and you're like, oh wow, gee, thanks. Halfling hospitality. And but then very shortly after, or maybe even just slightly before.
They're back.
As you guys start to smell the scent of food being prepared coming from the house, as the rabbit just kind of starts to, in its very slow hop, wait, manner, starts to head towards.
Does
the
it
house.
say that? It's like hop, wait, hop, wait. Like,
Must convince I am rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might say that, but not in the language you understand.
Oh, boo.
Rabbit.
Yes, I must hop
Rabbit.
like what we rabbits do.
Rabbit.
It says it in Sylvan, so it is.
Yeah.
Rabbit stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Come, fellow rabbits, let's go be rabbits together. Yeah.
Just eat the carrots and lettuce.
And such.
So it slowly but surely enters the house. Do you guys? You have done tons of games.
So it's a rabbit hops into the house. Hello, halfling owner. I would like some rabbit food. I mean food. Funny joke. Hop.
Laugh.
Wait.
Wrinkle my nose. Sniff, sniff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What's
only
up,
me and
Doc?
Gemini can hear that.
Do they not notice this?
Apparently not now.
It's like, oh no, Joe snuggle at you. I've told you, my name is Bernard. Hop. Wait, why won't you listen to your rabbit?
Are you okay?
I think he broke himself.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sorry, go on without me. I'll be okay in a minute.
Do you guys remain outside or do you enter?
Right. Well, we go and get some grub inside, or do we have other ideas?
Can we both fit in there?
If we crouch,
Yes. Well, we'll give it a shot, and if I start feeling claustrophobic, I may accidentally break the entire house. Let's go.
this will be fun. We both crouch in through the door.
All right. Inside, the smell is all the more prominent, and it smells pretty good. There's a lot of food that is. If the food is already ready, do you place it on the table or?
Yeah.
So there's a table already filled with enough food for, you would say, about 6 of you.
Or 2 halflings.
What is the food?
What is
Cheese.
Cheese?
Cheese.
Straight up cheese.
the food? Just
There you go.
cheese.
It is various forms. We're going with it. It's cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
Various forms of cheese cooked. What's that different? Or it's like melted cheese and you pour it.
Cheese
What's
Fondue?
fondue? Yeah.
With lumps of cheese to dip into it.
Yeah. It's not even bread. It's other bits of different cheese.
Here's our dipping cheese. And
Yeah. that he strangely acquired something about being in the Feywilds. He acquired a lot of cheese beforehand. Robert, he did. I see. He robbed
That's
the
true.
cheese shop.
That's
It all
true.
comes together.
Oh my
What do you
God.
think I said cheese?
Yeah. Well done.
Oh my
Oh my god, it's like a,
Subconscious going there. It's like he stole cheese before. Got cheese.
it's like a connected universe.
Yeah.
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 I might
Can the
have said
rabbit-
cheese for a reason.
Yeah. And
Can the rabbits eat this?
no, I can't eat that. That is not rabbit
No,
food.
that is not rabbit food.
No, that is people food, and why would I need that? Because I am not a people. Oh, you
I am
people.
a rabbit. Ha ha ha.
They hijacked the rabbit.
Yeah, I know.
Every
what?
time.
Why don't you just ask him, Jin and I? You're pretty fluent in the owl rabbit. There you are.
Yes. Mr. Rabbit, can you eat that? I asked Consultant.
What do you point at?
The cheese, all the cheese.
It nods.
Interesting. Can you speak in any language?
No, I cannot speak, for I am a rabbit.
That is a ludicrous assumption.
It kind of hops towards the table and just kind of puts its paws on it and starts to hook one of its nails into a plate and just starts to pull it towards
I'll
him.
grab the plate and put it down for him.
He starts to eat it.
Okay, we'll continue this conversation later.
I cannot converse, for I am a rabbit. I'm sorry.
Gemini will slowly cook cheese in his face.
The rabbits are his.
Yep. Just both.
Ellie,
Thank you for
will,
feeding me, for I am a rabbit and cannot feed myself.
I do not have opposable thumbs.
You will notice that the smell of food starts to get more and more prominent in the house. And you actually start to realize that you are hungry.
Should I bring you some food?
Yeah, that's a good idea for a dying old woman. A bunch of cheese.
Go and eat. I'll rest a bit.
Are you sure? Okay. I'll be back soon. And Ellie's gonna kiss her on the forehead.
Smile again on her face.
Make sure she's comfortable, and then head down.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. You join the others in the dining room as it's the table is half filled, so Wheeler's probably still busy cooking.
I will.
But you see Cal and Gemini already eating, and Sweetums as well.
I will check if I see anything of Sweden's favorite stuff, and then I would put that on his plate as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I will take a seat.
You sit down, and everybody's eating except for Wheeler. He's still cooking. Eating, probably.
Oh, yeah, it's
while he's
you know,
cooking, but-
it's like just one for me, one for you. It's a chef thing, okay?
Yeah.
Must taste everything. Every
What-
component.
What did
there's
she put on the rabbit's plate?
rabbit food. What else would I need? Sure.
Probably what it would be his probably a carrot.
Just one carrot?
It's carrot, that stereotypical rabbit food that I love because I am a rabbit.
Yeah. It's
I'm sorry. It's so good.
it start nibbling on the carrot. So you guys just sit there, eat quietly, and continue onwards, or
Ellie looks sad.
okay.
All right. Well, Ellie and
Yeah.
Wheeler. So how long do you think we're going to be around here?
I should be dead soon. Won't worry about it. He didn't say that.
Well, apparently he did, because we heard words come out of your mouth.
Yeah, look, here, I've been saying things all night. You haven't heard the rabbit say a damn thing.
Yeah,
Gemini
because
has.
that's not your
Much-
character.
Much to my
Thomas.
disappointment. Well, Wheeler will probably just sort of shrug and go, I was just told to get Ellie.
She looks very weak.
Do you have any idea what's wrong with her? How we may help?
I think it might be age.
AIDS?
Age.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I heard too.
age.
But
Sorry, okay.
Because you know how we keep saying that she's my auntie?
Yes.
She's actually my mom's auntie.
Oh, I see.
And she's been like alive forever.
I see. Oh, so there's no thing we can do.
No, I don't know. She had seen her healer friend, but the healer friend couldn't do anything.
Huh. Maybe we should go see our healer friend.
Yeah. We can-
Healer friend?
Yes, you know of him, Baron, the whatever the hell you called him.
Oh, I didn't know he was a healer.
Yes. Yes.
Well, he was a fighting healer, right?
He healed with pain.
Yes.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I just need to see her through this. I think.
Right. Mm.
I'm sorry. If you don't want to wait for me, it's okay. But I don't think she has long. She looks really weak, like really old and weak, and like she doesn't have much strength either. Like she could barely hold on to my hand. I had to hold it for her.
Yes.
Would you like to see her? I think if she has the strength for it, I think she would like to see you guys. I've been telling her the stories, like the good parts and the fun stuff, so she kind of knows who you are.
Huh. I think that would be lovely. Yes.
I think she might like that. She always liked people.
Yes.
I'm gonna skip out on that offer.
But I think she would like to meet you too.
I'm not very fond of death.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, Gemini, that's where you should chime up with, oh, but you killed animals.
Yeah. No, I thought about it.
Oh, okay, sorry, that's right. I thought you were just missed a trick there.
No. Well then, let us go see your auntie.
Let's see if she's awake.
Yes.
Ellie.
Just to draw a picture, Cal and Gemini, you guys are pretty much sitting on the ground.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna marine crawl my way through the house.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't need to crawl. You can walk, but just you really have to bend forward. But sitting on the ground was just the most comfortable. Then the table was at a semi-okay height for you guys to eat off of. And Ellie, you were just sitting comfortably in one of your chairs, or probably your chair. So you actually carved your name in it and stuff.
Decorated it. Some burn marks.
Exactly. So you get up and lead Gemini to your great aunt.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. What do you do, Cal?
Continue eating cheese until there's none left.
That's gonna take a
Throw
while.
the chip.
Throw the chip.
Yep.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Wheeler will join him in that. He'll keep himself busy and not say much.
So Ellie and Gemini, you come into your aunt's bedroom, and it's, like I mentioned, a small bedroom, but it's a very comfortable bed in it, and there's a small chair there as well. And with you, Gemini, in it, it's, I wouldn't say crowded, but it's probably a good thing Cal didn't come in as well, because two of you in here with Ellie and all the things that are already standing in it, it would be overcrowded.
Right.
Not to mention he's a big man. Like,
Honey, this is Gemini.
Oh.
This is the guy I told you about, the guy with music.
Oh.
Hello.
You see her laugh. It's so nice to meet you.
You too.
He's been kinda helping me with some of my magic. More like telling me when I shouldn't use it.
Yes.
Well, sometimes restraint is good. Oh, she kind of looks at you, Gemini, and says, sometimes more is better.
Yes. Yes.
You see her hand kind of reach towards you, Gemini. Says, it's very nice to meet you.
I'll take her hand with my human hand,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, you too. I've heard nothing but good things.
Ellie is too kind. I have done some bad things in my life. But, well, it's a long time ago.
Haven't we all?
Yes, we have. I'm very happy that you're looking after my little girl.
Yes.
I'm not that little anymore.
You'll always be little to me.
Can I tell what exactly is wrong with her?
You
A dose of the
roll
death.
your medicine.
Medicine. Yep. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Let's see what. Medicine. 19.
19. There's definitely a huge part of it is, as you would assume, is definitely age.
Okay.
But there's something else.
May I ask what happened to cause you to be in the situation you're currently in?
It's Super Hands.
Super Hands did it.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Oh, yes. The villain is Super Hands. I know him well.
Yes.
steals people's souls.
His big hands.
I've just grown old, and I've done all I can.
Is there nothing else that you think may have contributed?
Perhaps some things, but I accepted them willingly.
Aw,
Wait, how
honey.
like that? Why does it do that?
It's all right. It's okay. I have lived a full life, and I would not change a thing. Well, that's not true.
Oh my
Maybe a
God.
few things, but
How big was your boner there? No,
she
it just stacked up.
looks at you, Ellie, and says, but nothing with you. You have been the joy of my life.
And well, I'm gonna ask her, have you ever seen Ellie sing?
Sing?
Yes, sing and play a lute.
Only when she was small. I don't
Well-
recall the lute, though.
I'll use minor illusion and I'll show when we were in the chapel with Lady Chan, and Gemini was entertaining everyone. They passed it off to Ellie for her to do. Yeah, I'm gonna show that with minor illusion.
Oh, that is precious.
Yes.
Ellie's
You-
super embarrassed about that part. Because he was like, wait, why did I even accept to play that thing? It did not go well.
Click the embarrassing pictures.
It's like hearing an angel sing. She laughs, and you see this twinkle of she's not telling the truth. Like we all know it's not true, but well. It's time is coming, Ellie.
Time.
Gemini. There's something I need to show Ellie. Would you mind giving us a moment?
I'll bow out and say, yes, take your time. And then I'll actually go outside and see if I can talk to the rabbit.
You leave. Ellie. Time is coming close for me to go.
No.
But before I go, there are a few things I need to take care of. And there's somebody I want to introduce you to.
Oh. Who? Can I help you?
No, I'll manage. Don't be afraid.
Afraid?
Nothing can happen.
What do you talk about?
Hold my hand.
She will hold her hand.
Come on. Hold it firm. I
Holding
won't
it-
break.
Holding it as firm as she can, but not hurtful, firm, but firm. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. As you see her sink into the bed and pulling you with her.
Y'all about to meet Freddy Krueger.
Welcome to my nightmare, bitch.
Yeah.
Turns into Freddy.
Okay. Down the rabbit hole we go.
Yeah, you could also use an last one.
Yeah, rabbit hole. Yeah. Yes, it is rabbit hole because I am a rabbit.
And this is my hole.
As at this point, you Gemini come out of the room and kind of return to the dining room. Cal and Wheeler, what have you been doing? You guys have been eating, right? Just sitting there eating.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. As you kind of return to the dining room, Gemini kind of like, oh, I'm gonna talk to Sweetums. You return to the dining room and you see Sweetums' plate is there, and he's gone.
Where did the rabbit go?
Maybe outside.
Yeah, check around the side of the house.
Yeah, okay.
And start
Gemini will
drinking the fondant.
he'll peek his head out the door, see if there's anything out there.
You
If he
go
sees a
and,
rabbit,
Yeah, no, you don't see the rabbit anywhere.
walk outside and give the house a once over.
Okay. Ellie, you kind of slide down into the
Yeah.
bed, and it's surprisingly enough very much like you're going down a rabbit hole. As you and your aunt still holding hands, sliding, and you drop. There's no longer something that you're sliding on. And there's this open space with strange colors and appearing, and you're floating. At least that's what you first think, like, whoa. As you kind of look around, you look at your aunt, who looks not young, I would say, but younger. As you look at her, and she has wings.
You, you, you never had those before.
Oh, I've had them before.
You never showed me.
No, I haven't. You have them too. She kind of points at you. And you see, you're not actually floating. There are wings keeping you
What do
afloat.
the wings look like?
They're kind of like that of would it be more of like transparent, or would it be more butterfly for Ellie?
Probably be more butterfly.
Then they're butterfly. As you see Sweetums flying towards you at like this massive speed, as he's like as he's just like in front of you guys, and you see your aunt smiling. There you are. You've taken your time. You're
I
getting
was not a
old.
rabbit.
As she's kind of patting him, and you see this. His face is still rabbit-like, but it has more human-like features to it. As you kind of see it smile, and you see like one tooth just like kind of sticking out from the bottom to the top, and he kind of nods like, and your aunt says, "Are you ready, Ellie?"
No. Yes. No. What? What are we doing?
It's okay.
Okay.
You're safe here.
Okay.
I want you to meet a friend of mine.
Where is here?
This
It
man
is
here
not I, the rabbit.
is the Fey world.
The favor. Okay.
Come.
Okay.
As she kind of grabs hold of Sweetums, and he just darts off, and you see this wind and resistance is kind of flying, and your wings are kind of like flapping
God.
at the back as you're like, holy shit, this thing is fast. And you see an island,
What's on the island?
and it's floating. As you see a tree on this island, but it's strange looking. You classify it as a tree, but it's only because that's what it's closest to. And you look at it, and it has many branches and leaves of sorts, but the branches don't seem to be made out of wood. Parts of it are just made out of energy, and parts of it are made out of leaves, and parts of it are made out of stone, and there's just all kinds of things that make this entity. And as you start to get closer to this island, Sweetums starts to slow down, and your aunt's still holding your hand, and she says, "I'm about to introduce you to my oldest friend. He is, I don't think I even can call it a he, but somehow I've categorized him in my head as a he. He's unlike anything I have met before or since.
Okay. Does he have a name?
No.
Oh.
No, he just is. I don't know what he does or who he is, but he saved my life when I was a young girl. And since then, he has saved my life on many, many occasions. When I pass, I would feel much better knowing that he is looking after you as well. But you would have to let him.
Okay.
This has to be something that you choose. He doesn't force himself upon you. As you having this conversation, you start to get closer and closer to this tree. And she says, he doesn't communicate like we do. As we come closer to him, you can touch one of the branches to connect to him. And you'll most likely be overrun by images, emotions, memories, prophecies.
Prophecies.
Mm-hmm. You need to open your heart to it. And that when you do, you can feel if this is something that you want to let in. If you don't, it won't force itself. The choice will be yours, Ellie.
But he's been helping you, right?
All my life.
Then he can't be bad.
No. Well, at least not for me. He is like nature. Not good, not bad. He just is. But through him, you will be able to get access to a lot of power that will help you protect you.
Will it help me protect my friends?
Yes. You're now next to a branch.
Mm-hmm.
You can touch it if you want.
I'm just gonna look at it and hesitantly reach out a hand and then gently touch it. It's
All right.
like 2 fingers only.
You touch it.
Yeah.
And exactly what your aunt describes happens. Your mind is rushed and flooded with memories, insights, ideas, visions, prophecies. All these things rush into your brain, and for one moment, this fraction of a second, you have the idea that you're one with the universe. And it feels, I can't say that it does, it feels love or warmth or like that. It feels like nature, like its own being. And without words, the question is put in front of you. Will you or will you not?
I will.
Very well. You have this euphoric sensation, not knowing if it's from you or if it's from the tree. As you let go, your aunt hugs you. We have to get back.
Okay.
Come.
She will let her aunt lead the way.
Mm-hmm. As you fly back with the help of Sweetums, for some reason, you're going slower than you used to. And you see Sweetums kind of running, where at the first it was just a blur pulling you guys forward. You can now see him running and putting effort into pulling you forward. As she looks, your aunt looks at you and nods. And you continue onwards. What do you do?
I will see if I can instead of just being dragged along, if I can actually help out on the way.
You try to will yourself forward, trying to have these wings.
Yeah.
Move yourself faster. And as you do, you feel a strange sensation of something as your wings kind of move. They kind of strike something that is behind you. As you look around, your heart just goes, what the? And there's this massive golden dragon just holding on to you, and it's just being dragged by you and Sweetums and your aunt.
Hi!
You see him just holding on, and just his eyes are closed.
Hi! Poke.
Hello, I am Dragon.
Papa?
You
Mom?
kind of poke it, no
Yeah.
reaction.
How long has this dragon been here?
The
You don't
eternity
know.
dragon.
You probably, since you Sweetums have been slow since you guys left the tree.
Just keep Dino alive.
Hi, excuse me. Dragon?
You see one eye kind of open.
Wow.
Fluffles?
As its head just kind of this head, which like it's one of its teeth is about the half of your body, and this head just kind of comes towards you, and you're like, holy shit! And it just like the side of his cheek just presses up against you, and
Yeah.
you are just pushed.
Fluffles!
Meow.
Are you a dragon? No, that's a purring sound. You're not in cat shape.
Your aunt kind of looks at the two of you. Could he become smaller?
I don't know. Fluffles, can you be small?
Meow.
Yeah, cat shape. Cat shape. Not dragon shape. Tiny shape, fluffy shape.
As it just shrinks back into Fluffles.
Overcome
Was you a
with
dragon all along?
500 resources.
As it just kind of
And the
holds on to you. First
Yes.
a bit flowing, but then it just grabs you with its claws.
Put him in my, cradle him with one arm.
Much better. Here we go. And you all of a sudden notice that Sweetums is like back in the same speed that he was before. You're like, and you guys arrive back in your aunt's bed.
Okay.
That's quite the adventure. Thank you, Ellie.
You're welcome.
It's time.
It's time.
Get a wheeler, please.
Wheeler. Yes, of course. And she's just gonna charge off to Wheeler. Wheeler, where are you?
Drinking the fondant.
No, put that down. Come. She said it's time. Come.
What? Ah, shit,
Gemini,
right,
you
I know.
have just walked around the house, and as Ellie kind of rushes into the dining room, you're just walking in and like, nah, no fucking rabbit. As
Where's
you
that
just-
damn rabbit?
As you see the rabbit just sitting there, just like eating from its plate and just like.
I am Rabbit. I have been here this whole time.
I'll go sit next to the rabbit and just stare at it.
And as Ellie basically drags Wheeler back up, she's gonna go like, oh, thank you, Sweetums.
As you
Looking.
drag Wheeler into, it's all the same floor, so
Yeah.
you kind of drag him through the hallways to your aunt's bedroom, and she lies there and looks at you both. Thank you both so much. It was wonderful seeing the two of you grow up to become such fine people. Ellie.
Yeah.
Her. We are the farm
Yes.
and all of it's yours.
Okay.
Just do with it as you please.
Okay.
I call tips on the big room.
Ellie,
Yes.
there's a note in my nightstand.
Yeah.
There are a few items
Yeah.
I want you and your friends to have.
Okay.
Especially. Come here, you two.
Leans in.
She hugs the both of you.
Yes. hug back gently.
I'm off to my friend. Thank you.
Say hi to him.
Before you go, what the fuck's up with that rabbit? I've always meant to ask.
As you see her breathing out her last breath, what do?
Ellie's crying.
Wheeler will just be standing there, sort of. But he'll have an arm around Ellie, or we'll put an arm around Ellie.
Can we hear this from the kitchen?
Sound of someone dying.
No, Ellie crying.
Oh.
It's not a loud cry, it's more like the, silent. But not less intense, but still like...
As you see the rabbit, just its head kind of, Cal, you and Gemini kind of see the rabbit's head just kind of raise.
Please somebody just stands up and is like, well, that's me.
Job's done here.
It's like the
Just walks off on
SpongeBob.
2 feet, yeah.
Like the
Thanks for the
SpongeBob
cheese.
meme. It's just like, all right, I'm a head out.
As it just looks at the two of you, and you see its fur just kind of falls away. And you see a young looking fairy just stand there. Just kind of dusts himself off. And
Lean into
Awesome.
Cal and be like, I fucking told you they were magic.
I wasn't far off.
as he kind
Well,
of looks at the
That
two
makes
of you,
sense.
says, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice trick.
Yes.
Take care.
Hey, what is Fluffles? Similar to you, I'm assuming?
He disappears.
Fuck this place!
Gemini, have you ever been to the Feywild?
No.
Don't go there. It's not a nice place.
Noted.
There's lots of cheese, though.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, before we left, he farted a cheese fart. So just like
Good.
Oh, Cal's out the door, so he is.
Yeah, Gemini's just like, I'm out of this whole fuck this place.
yeah. Nah, he disappears. You guys are just kind of standing out. Okay. So this just happened. Yeah.
Gemini's just gonna go outside and sit and stare at the stars.
Okay.
Cal, with what he can sort of muster on the floor, is going to play 5-finger fillet.
Oh.
And see if he can successfully do a 5-finger fillet.
Yep.
That's somebody else's house. You shouldn't be doing that.
Sorry,
Please
we
make him roll.
had to test something. All right. Well, I'm going outside.
All right. What do you do outside?
Let's have a rematch, bitch.
Well, it's dark now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's about 8-9 o'clock in the evening.
I suppose he'll probably pick a wee spot under the tree that they were playing under, and sort of lie up against it.
All right. Oh, Ellie just left. I was just about to switch. So you guys are outside, just enjoying. It's the temperature is definitely dropping more and more every night. So, but you don't really mind. And Wheeler, you're kind of standing there, having your arm around Ellie, and you just see the woman that has been looking after you for years lying there, dead as a doornail.
But yeah, though he'll just be standing there in silence for the most part. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then it's up to Ellie to do something.
Well, I mean, if it helps, like, he could leave and be like, all right, done, cool. Where's that
Drop
will?
the mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's the
Cal-
gold chest? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cal might go in search of some firewood and stuff. Maybe start making up a wee campsite outside because he's going to assume there's not very much space inside that house to sleep.
No, the house itself is quite large. It's
Mhm.
just all same floor and so spread out.
Gemini's going to start walking around the village or town, just completely, just looking for people, seeing if anybody's following them, anybody he recognizes.
No, there's no. This isn't a real village or town, not at all. You can see in the distance lights burning of different farms.
Okay. Am I right in saying that you said at the start that everything is like halfling size, like even trees and shit?
No.
Okay, no. I was sitting there thinking like he just stood up and just sort of looked up over the trees and went, no.
Well, they call it a tree. For me, it's just a bush. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A high-growing bush. Yeah. So, do you go to any of them, Gemini, or just stay near this?
Yeah, he's going to start walking around and checking out the other farms.
Okay.
Just seeing if there's any trace of anybody following them, anything like that. Maybe looking for Baron's footprints, just trying to take in everything.
Okay. There you go. Ellie, you stand there together with Wheeler.
Mhm.
What do you do?
Well, she's busy crying.
Yep.
He's standing in silent grief, really.
She's gonna hug Wheeler.
Hug her back.
Yeah.
There.
I'm sorry. I just hadn't expected the last time to be like this. I thought I would meet her sooner. Or, not like this.
I know. This, I don't know, she'd been saying that this was coming for months, but never actually believed that the day would actually come.
I mean, she was so strong. She's always been so strong. And I don't even, she said there was a note, right? Ellie's gonna go find the note.
It's clear there. It's the only thing that's
Yeah.
in her nightstand.
It's okay. At least we've got Snuggly.
And she's gonna read it.
All right. It is a lovely written note addressed to you, and it's not that fun.
It starts with a big long laugh.
Yeah. Psych! I'm out. Yeah.
It's like lol, bitch. You thought.
It's a note once again expressing her love and her feelings for you, and it also states that whatever your choice was in what I've shown you, know that I respect it and I love you for it. And there is a chest in the bedroom here with 3 items. One of them is for you, and 2 of the items I hope might profit your friends. Wheeler has already gotten his item.
Okay.
And the letter then goes into detail about what the items do and why they might be useful for you.
Mhm. Ellie is gonna go find the items and decide to hand them out because there's something she can busy herself with because Honey's dead. What does one
You
do?
you open the chest.
Yeah.
And there is first off, there's a staff in it.
Yeah.
Which is clearly intended for you. And there is a slender looking breastplate in there as well.
Burn?
With a beautiful hunter, an elven hunter displayed on it, and 2 arrows. And the last one is a belt, which seems not quite there. It's gonna no. You you see that
This must be for Gemini.
Yeah. You see that it's as you kind of grab it, it seems to be almost flickering in and out of existence. And this doesn't surprise you because the letter describes these items.
She's gonna leave the stuff for now and go get that later, but she's gonna get the items and go find Cal and Gemini.
All right. Well, Cal is easily found. He's outside. Are you still making like a camp there, Cal, or are you?
Yeah, I would have been out searching for firewood for a fire, sort of thing.
There is a large stack of firewood next to the building.
That makes it easier. He's just making a wee fire stack then, so he is.
Cal?
Yeah.
If you're gonna light like a fire thing outside, there's like a fire pit over there, and she's gonna point in a direction like behind the house.
Yeah, you see a beautiful like metal shaped like thing where you can put fires into.
Is it like in a grass area? Or is it in like a paved area?
It's right now it's standing in a grass area.
Oh, I didn't notice now. Sorry, maybe I'll just move over there.
Yeah, but you can stay inside the house, it's okay.
I'd rather sleep outside, for tonight anyway.
Okay. This is for you. And he's gonna hand him the breastplate.
Has he ever seen this before or know anything about it?
The breastplate.
Mm-hmm.
Roll your history.
History.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Sorry for the squeaking. My dog is at her toy again.
Oh. So history. That's a 16.
16. You kind of... Do you take it from her or do you kind of look at it as she's holding it out for you?
I sort of look at it without taking it.
Okay, you look at it and there's a moment where you go like, nah, it couldn't be. And as you look at it again, you've heard stories about this breastplate. It is, it was created hundreds, if not thousands of years ago by a powerful wizard as a boon for his friend, who was a legendary hunter. And the elf displayed on it is actually the friend that it was made for. And you've heard some stories about it.
Mm-hmm. Would he know if it's from wood elven descent or different kind of elf?
It was made for a wood elf.
Right. So it is sort of connected to his past in some way. Ellie, do you know what you're holding?
If it was in the note, then yes.
Did I have an entire history in the note? Yeah.
Not the entire
Yeah.
history, but it stated that it was a famous chest plate, and that it was best wielded by somebody who was capable of using a bow.
She will
And-
say basically that.
And it'll state that the two arrows can be summoned and given magical properties.
Right. You know that's like thousands of years old.
Oh, are you saying we should put it back in the chest?
No, it will put it this way, it's actually kind of connected to some of my past long time ago in history.
What? Maybe it's meant for you to have it.
Is this supposed to be for me?
It's said for my friends. I mean, she always knew stuff she shouldn't know, and I don't know.
It's
guess.
a bit weird that a halfling has a sort of wood elven set of armor.
Honey has everything. Had everything.
I wonder how she came about it.
I don't know.
It's been lost for years.
I mean, she always found stuff on her travels. I mean, this is not the strangest thing she picked up. One time she came home with a halfling.
Would that be Wheeler?
Yeah.
I can kind of see that, yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like, she always found stuff, and she always knew stuff, and she knew people. I'm not that surprised, to be honest. I mean, it's not the strangest thing that's been in this house.
Well,
And
that's
she says
true,
that, she's gonna
actually,
actually
yeah.
glance at Fluffles, and like, not, and be like,
Creeping in your pocket, like.
yeah, I'm not one to be keeping many secrets, but I do know Sylvan, so I know exactly what Gemini was saying to that cat, but I still can't work out why.
What was he saying?
He was just trying to talk to it like it was, I don't know, more intelligent, like a magical creature.
Well, Fluffles always understands what we say. He doesn't always listen, but he understands.
Right. I'll take a note of that. Cats can
smart.
understand
But
language.
maybe not all cats, but Fluffles can. He's a very smart cat.
Well,
Roll deception.
okay. I'll take your word for that. But the cats I'm usually used to are pretty big. Not on the whole household cat thing, you know?
That's what he told the dryad.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the fire thing, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good talking.
You're kind of still holding out the breastplate to him,
Yeah.
like.
Can take it.
He's walked off.
She will go after him and be like, "Here, take it.
Are you
Take
sure?
it, or I'll drop it.
Oh, don't drop it.
Then take it.
Okay. I'll keep it safe for
Yes.
you.
Yes, you can use it. It's okay.
Right. Fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Gemini. Yes. Gemini.
Gemini has. You don't see him.
Gemini. Gemini. Dragon Man.
Nope, he's gone.
Singer friend.
Ellie, he walked off towards the village.
Oh.
Don't know where he went.
Oh no, we need someone to make a wildly dramatic entrance.
How far away would the village be?
There's no real village, but the closest farm is about 10 minutes walk from here.
Did he go to the farm then? Should I go? She's just gonna go like to where the like road splits off, basically, or like outside that little, just like the closest entrance to the farm, and be like, Gemini, look. I guess he'll come back later. And she's gonna turn around and just stare at it and think it's very weird that it's hers. Like this is very weird, and then she's gonna start crying again.
All right. Gemini, you have walked towards the other farm, the closest farm. And as you come closer, there's this moment where your head kind of like corrects what your eyes are seeing, because you think like, damn, that farmer is actually quite a long distance away. As you're kind of like walking, still so small. Ah, fuck, it's halfling size. That's there you go. As you see, there's light burning, and where Auntie's farm was more like an actual house building, this is more like a halfling hovel. So much of it is built inside the hill. And yeah,
good. On the way there or around there, do I see like, because it's farmland, do I see any fruit or vegetables growing anywhere?
Yeah, you probably come by a vineyard or what is it called? Like where apples.
An orchard.
Orchard. There you go. Yeah, orchard.
Okay. Gemini will just kind of sigh, make sure nothing looks weird, grab a couple apples, and start heading back, eating the apples. And just mutter to himself, fucking cheese, fucking rabbits.
All right. You do, by the way, hear music and song coming from the halfling hub.
Gemini will head towards the hub.
Yeah, I just needed to mention it. You head over there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. You see there's quite, especially for halfling measurements, there are quite large windows and stuff in there, and there's this nice warm light coming out. And as you kind of move over there, you can see through one of the windows that there's apparently a living room somewhere inside, and you see a group of halflings making music, dancing, singing.
From outside, I'll just start playing my lute along to their tune.
All right. As it takes a moment for them to start to notice you, as you see one of them opens the window. They kind of look at you, and there's first this as he, hello there, stranger.
Hello.
And as you hear, Dad, that's not a stranger. It's one of Ellie's friends. As you see the halfling that came out of the aunt's farm when you just arrived, standing there. Hi, she kind of waves at you.
Hello. I'll do a bow.
Why don't you come inside and let us hear your music properly?
Absolutely. And Jim now head inside.
All right. They introduce themselves, and they all just, there's about 2 parents and about 8 kids. Mm-hmm. So everybody just kind of shakes your hand and introduces them to you, and they start making music.
Yep, make music with them.
There you go. How long do you stay? Because you are Wheeler's hospitality was. It took a while to get started, but
yeah,
after that you got a lot. Here, dinner is clearly has been eaten,
Mhm.
but you continuously get offered sweets and treats and stuff and cakes and things.
Right.
No, please take it.
I'll take a little bit of it, and then after about an hour, I'll say, "Well, I should retire back to Ellie's. I just wanted to meet the neighbors. Thank you very much for having me. You've been very kind."
Such a pleasure to meet you. They shake your hand, and all of them again shake your hand and say, like, it's such a pleasure. Don't be a stranger, please. We're doing it again tomorrow night.
Oh, absolutely. I may very well show up. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Walk out with.
And as you kind of walk out, the clearly the mother she just hands you this bag. She says, "Here, for on your way back," and she just hands you this bag of food.
Oh, thank you so very much. The others will be so happy to have this as well.
Enjoy.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, you're feeding others? Oh, hold on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought about it, but
Just
Just carrying the house back.
I'll just eat as I walk back, kind of re-centered and happy.
Yeah. Wheeler's food was good.
It was cheese.
This is on a higher level. This
How long?
And
How long?
as I'm
You
walking-
dissing my food?
Yeah.
It was cheese. Come on.
As
Didn't even let me make a roll to cook with it. Just immediately assuming, oh, it's mediocre.
Yeah.
as I'm walking back, I'll also check my gold pouch and my stuff, make sure, because I don't know these people.
It's all there.
And not used to people being nice. All right. Excellent. Okay. And yeah, I'll just kind of skip back eating cakes and apples and whatever I have.
All right. Well, you return back to the farm.
Don't see anybody.
Well, Cal's probably outside. I don't know what he's been up to. It's been about, well, say 45, 50 minutes since you had a conversation with Ellie.
Is there any meat in the bag?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll head over to Cal and toss him a piece of meat.
You know.
I've had a productive
Thanks for that.
Yes, you're quite welcome. There are more goodies in here. I'll drop the gigantic bag and pull out my bedroll and lay it down next to the fire.
You kind of look over. He's got the fire and everything sorted, and he's trying to put the meat on a stick and stuff, and maybe give it a wee cook before he goes to bed. But
It was already cooked.
Oh, it's already cooked.
Yeah, it's not
Right,
raw.
yeah,
Here you go for on the way. Raw.
No, it's not done well enough. No.
It's a delicacy here, rare chicken.
I mean, you look like a dragon. You probably enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
You cook it your damn self.
Yeah, just make sure you eat it with the dragon stomach and not your regular
Yeah.
stomach.
Here's
not
my
the
youngest daughter.
Yeah, we'll send someone to rescue her from your car, and
Take them, please.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, 6 kids. Just like take any of
8.
8. No.
No, you look over as he gets slapped in the face with a bit of meat, and he's been sort of fiddling with a chest plate, like a breastplate, and he's sort of like looking it over just to make sure that it looks okay and it's all in one shape.
You will probably notice, because you're sitting close to the fire, Gemini, you'll probably notice this breastplate. It looks stunning.
That is a mighty fine piece of ware you have there. Where did you get that from?
It definitely is. I don't even think I'd be able to make something this good.
Oh.
Ellie gave it to me. Strangely
Ellie
enough,
did. Is that right? Huh.
I don't know why, but yeah. Maybe you
Interesting.
should go talk to her. She was looking for you, actually. Yeah.
Huh. Well, I think I will if she's giving out things that nice. And I'll grab the sack of food and head inside.
All right.
It's a piece of coal.
I come bearing gifts. Peek my head in.
Ellie, Wheeler, where are you guys?
Well, he would have probably like put a wrapped the ant's body a bit, like in
Yeah.
a sheet, just sort of over and
Yeah, Ellie would have come back if of not finding Gemini. She would have come back and helped him and
Yeah.
just like clean it
Um,
up and like take care of it and be like, what do we do? Where do we bury her? Her favorite spot in the garden by the tree, or the and like she would be like trying to sort out the like logical pieces and like logistical, not logical, but logistical pieces because she can't believe this. This is weird. And she's like, I want to talk about Fluffles, but I don't want to talk about Fluffles. And there was a tree that wasn't a tree, and she's dead. and she's dead. We need to bury her. That's basically where her mind is at.
So Gemini barges in. I have cake.
Ellie starts crying.
What's going on in here? Cake, meats, not cheese. Not that
I
the
mean,
cheese wasn't lovely.
yeah, you're lucky you added that. Yeah.
I tossed him a piece of meat.
And Ellie's just gonna go like, she'll never have cake again. She loves cake.
Who won't have? I'll hand her a little piece of cake here. Who won't? What's happening right now? Did you know your rabbit is a fairy?
That
I
makes sense.
fucking knew it!
Ellie goes like, that makes sense. It explains what he can fly.
What? He can fly?
What?
What happened while I was gone? I was gone for less than an hour.
He died.
Oh. I'm sorry. Here's more cake. We'll just keep giving her cake.
She's
Yeah,
not
cake.
taking it. She's holding Fluffles now.
Wheeler will take it.
Yeah. Yes. I'm very sorry.
Comfort eating.
Did we want? Oh, I see. I'll just leave you be. I'm sorry, and he'll just kind of walk out and give Fluffles the side eye, like. Keep going.
Why are you doing that? I am a cat.
I am cat. I do not
Gemini.
understand.
Yeah, I do not
Gemini?
understand.
Yes.
Can you go to the neighbors and ask if they want to be at the funeral? I think she would like them to be there.
Yes. Should I it's up to you how obviously you deal with this, but would you like to maybe take her to the Kalimvor people? I hear they have a ritual of
I
sending
don't know
souls.
where they are.
Yes.
And she was happy. She was at peace.
Okay.
And
Okay,
she was gonna
then-
go to her friend. I think she'll be fine.
Yes, then I will do that right now. And Gemini will run out back to Rosie's place and just knock on the door and inform them what happened.
Well, you come back and go, hungry for more, are you? Come on in.
Oh, actually, I come bearing some bad news. It appears that Honey, that's her name.
Rosie starts crying.
Yeah, she seems to have passed on in my
Oh, no.
absence recently. Yes, and I
You're
suppose
hugged. People start hugging you. Halflings start hugging you.
yes, that's yes. Okay. Well, they're having they're holding the services. yes. Why me?
Walking away with this just like trailing mob.
Yeah, just dragging it. The services will be tomorrow, and Ellie would like you to be there.
Yes, of course.
Yes. I have to go see to her and make sure she's okay now, but
All right.
yes.
Do you need
yes.
help with anything?
No, everything's fine. Yes. Yes, everything's fine. I believe between the Wheeler and Ellie, myself, and Kel, we can handle it from here. But yes, I will see you tomorrow, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your loss.
Yes.
They start
yes.
hugging each other.
Yes, and as they do, I run away.
Wait, you forget. You see the mother kind of holding a bag.
I come back, grab the bag. Go back and peek my head in. Yes, everything's been taken care of. They'll be here tomorrow. I believe Kala and I will be keeping watch outside just in case. You have as good of an evening as you possibly can. I'm sorry. And he'll walk over and go lay down in his knapsack with another bag of food and set it down to the first one.
Oh, right. See, nice.
Yes.
I was gonna put in like a wee cutscene there of like, oh hey, bye.
Oh.
Oh hey, bye.
I just realized something. She never told Cal that she was actually dead. She dropped it like
Yeah.
like had instead of like has or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only thing she basically hinted at her being dead. I don't know if Cal
Yeah.
knows anything.
So Jim and I'll lay down in the knapsack then, and he'll just be like, "Well,
Does he have a nap in the knapsack?
yes, no, not quite." He lays down next to the fire and says, "Well, tomorrow is going to be a day. Today was a day that Rabbit was a fairy. Their aunt is now passed on, and we have so much food. Would you like to take first watch, or shall I?"
Fuck druids, dude.
Uh,
My life.
Yeah, no, you can go to sleep. I'll take first watch. And
Sounds
yeah, no, I kind of assumed that it was going to happen very soon anyway. Anyway, take what is it I'm gonna do again? Is it 4 hours I only have to sleep for?
Yeah, you don't even need to sleep. You're in a trance, so you still are aware of your surroundings.
It is only 4 hours, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, no, take a 4 hour kit and then you can get up.
Yes, that sounds good to me.
All right.
Yeah.
And Ellie, Wheeler, do you guys do anything important?
Tidy up the food and stuff, and then go to bed.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
we'll
no, she wouldn't do anything very important.
we'll call it quits here and pick it up next week.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Thank you. all.
Cal, I wrote down the name of the item that you've gotten, so you can
Mhm.
add it in D&D Beyond. Same thing goes for you, Ellie.
Yeah, I will.
I'll do.
I'll do. Sweet. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. Sorry for the sad episode.
It's
But
fine. It had the rabbit in it.
yeah, it had a rabbit and cheese. Anyway,
love
hopefully we'll be streaming at the regular time in a regular fashion, in an actual regular fashion next week.
Yep.
So see you all then. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.